In this episode of my realistic park build series in Planet Coaster 2, I am building my very first roller coaster. I have only ever so slightly tried out the coaster builder in Planet Coaster 2, but haven't really completed any coaster yet. It differs a bit from the original game, mostly for the better. One thing that stands out the most is how easy it is for us to make smooth tracks. No more janky turns and awkward transitions. As you have guessed already, I am adding a Woody to the park. Will it be a smooth masterpiece or a disaster that terrifies even the bravest? You are about to find out. Join me as I break down the steps to build a small yet realistic wooden coaster in Planet Coaster 2. Alright, so let's talk about the coaster builder in Planet Coaster 2. If you've played the original, you already know it was good but not perfect. This time, however, snapping pieces into place feels like a piece of cake. You have the control, but without being overwhelmed. Curves, bankings, and elevations all streamlined. I mean, look how easy it is to control the track. And the best part, the auto smoothing tool. Now your coaster doesn't feel like they are built by a toddler. A few clicks and bam, silky smooth tracks to increase guest satisfaction. Honestly, I am so happy they simplified this. Me personally used to spend so much time smoothing and using the autocomplete method. Now the track feels super smooth after just a few clicks. If you, just like me, have been a bit nervous about diving into coaster building in Planet Coaster 2, don't be. This system is easy to use, still letting you go crazy with creativity. And trust me, it is so satisfying. Next super important step is to test run your coasters as you go. Even with all these tools, you can still end up with problem areas where the pacing is either too slow or too fast. Early test runs can save you lots of time. In this case, I was satisfied with the pacing and there was no need for adjustments. Now to the smoothing I just mentioned. I select 2 track pieces and smooth the full coaster backwards and forwards a few times until the track is smooth enough. The reason I always select 2 track pieces and not entire sections of track is to maintain the heartline effect added at the start when selecting banking offset. I also added a simple transfer track. It is not perfect, but at least it's something. To make the coaster as comfortable as possible to ride, I usually test run it again, placing the cursor at 0 lateral Gs. This acts as a mark, as the lateral Gs should be as close to 0 as possible. Afterwards, I go back and make adjustments in banking wherever needed. One thing that was better in Planet Coaster 1 is the tool for building queues to rides. Now I find it tricky to get it right, and I'm not a huge fan of the curved edges of cattle pen queues. Can we please get back the grid tool for queues? It would have made the job so much easier. Alright, the coaster track is looking awesome, but where is everyone going to hop on? Time to build a simple station. It doesn't need to be fancy, but it does need to work. Here is a montage of how I built mine. As the coaster track runs underneath the station, I added a concrete tunnel to make the ride experience more thrilling and intense. The station design will consist of wooden walls with a protecting roof. Not super fancy, but it suits the park perfectly. Quick break, guys, because I got to shout out today's sponsor, Instant Gaming. If you're like me and love good deals on games, this is the place to go. Whether you are gaming on PC or console, Instant Gaming has you covered with an incredible library of titles and unbeatable prices. You can filter by platform, genre, or even best discount. Gamers love instant gaming. Don't just take my words for it. They've got over 700,000 reviews on Trustpilot from tons of happy customers. People rave about their delivery, great deals, and smooth experience. Check out Instant Gaming, link is down below. Go grab yourself something awesome. When adding roofs to buildings and coaster stations, I always do myself a favor by first placing one roof piece, then split it from the building and add the rest of the roof pieces to that group. Let's say if I want to change colors, move the roof up and down or to another building, it is now super easy since it has been separated from the building itself and can be altered without affecting the rest of the building. In places where path, water, or terrain crosses underneath the coaster track, it needs reinforcement in the shape of metal beams. Here is a simple technique you can steal and at the same time adding to the realism of your coaster. And there it is, the masterpiece is complete. Ladies and gentlemen, my first ever roller coaster in Planet Coaster 2. Let's take a closer look. From the towering drops to the heart-pounding twists, I am honestly so proud of how it came out. However, the coaster needs a name. And as a tradition, you are more than welcome to help me out. Please leave your name suggestion in the comment section. But now enough talking. You've been waiting long enough. Let's jump into the POV and ride my first ever coaster in Planet Coaster 2. Seriously, if you enjoyed the ride, do me a favor and subscribe to my channel. Here are some more videos you might like.